All right. I'm gonna do this video, and yeah, we're just getting started. So I don't know if I'm necessarily passionate about this. I actually went to a university in the UK called the LSE, London School of Economics. It's pretty good if you want to get in finance, economics, or it's basically like if you're very into consulting and banking, that kind of stuff. In the UK, the LSE is pretty good for that because a lot of people just get into management consultancy and that kind of stuff, right? If you want to do that. Um, I applied to UCL, Bristol, and Warwick too, and for economics. But um, I guess this is for like the people who want to get into that. But what I would say is that even if you get into one of those universities, I'd say it's worth going. But because I grew up in the UK, you can pretty much get a loan in the UK. I don't know what it's right now, but if you actually have to pay, let's say 70K to get to live in London and study, and it's your parents' money or your money, it's probably not. I don't know if it's worth it, right? Like I don't know. But that's up to you. Like if you want to go to one of these universities, you can go. Um, but it's not going to change your life, right? I kind of feel like you can pretty much learn anything on the internet right now. Um, and the truth is, I kind of feel like these universities are being put on a pedestal, not to like burst the bubble. I like me going to LSE was a good experience, but I wouldn't say it was like life changing, right? Like it was not going to prepare me for the real world. And there's so much stuff that in the university system that kind of wish I knew, like how to deal with your mental health challenges. Like and throughout life we're gonna have like ups and downs, and I think my ability to deal with stress and you know circumstances in my life that I didn't expect to happen, uh, was quite poor. I actually think like people who say being a good student, I think being a good student isn't actually that valuable in the real world because people don't really need good students, right? I don't know. I do think there is value in a good degree though, because you can get in certain kind of banks and consultancy if you want to do that. But I do advise. I mean, I do advise um, looking doing deeper research into that because it's probably not what you're looking for. I don't know. I've heard so many interviews on podcasts where people really didn't like the job they worked and they just started an entrepreneurial thing. But I wouldn't say everyone should be an entrepreneur. I don't think everyone should do entrepreneurship because it's difficult. And I'm doing it because I was interested in it and I still find it hard. Um, it's probably going to be easier if I worked for someone who was a successful entrepreneur. But um, I mean, part of it is just like identifying opportunities, solving a problem, and I didn't really get into it thinking that I wasn't really trying to solve a problem, right? I was just trying to find an alternative pathway. Um, and yeah, I'd say entrepreneurship it's difficult if you want to try that, but I think you can always do it on the side and find out whether you want to do it because I don't think it's for everyone. What else? What else am I saying here? I think this might be it. Um, yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, comment down below and leave me a comment. Um, so I would say that like if you have the opportunity to go to one of these universities and it's like cheap and you get student loans, basically if you grow up in the UK and you get student loans, you might as well just go. Uh, I don't know, though, right? I think my main thing is that during university, I wish I did was do a business or social media on the side because I think that would have helped me more than relying on the degree. I think you still get a degree if you want, if you can pull it off, right? Like some kind of people, individuals, are just good at school. You're very good at scoring tests, but that skill itself isn't really that valuable in real life, right? Like people aren't really paying people to be good at school. People want you to do some kind of work for them. Um, I'm probably not the best person to explain this. Like they want you to increase the profit, right? Like in the company. And being a good student does not mean that you're going to be a good businessman or entrepreneur. Um, I have listened to so much entrepreneur podcasts at this point, but I do think you probably shouldn't be reading a lot of books on business. You should be trying and experimenting with different ideas and different businesses if you want to do something like that. But I don't think everyone should be an entrepreneur. By the way, I'm just putting this out there because it is difficult.